Live, girl. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Glad you're here. As you see, I have one of my closest friends with me. We have a good time with each other
We
on a
do.
regular basis. I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Liesel, and I went to high school with Kiana.
Yes. And yeah, now we go out, we drink wine, we do things. And you're a world traveler, so
I try.
you try, girl. Got back to where Costa Rica.
Yep.
Yeah. Talk about some try. But I have a Sauvignon Blanc tonight. I'm trying to stay light because it's the summer. This one's not too heavy. It's 12.5%. So I should be all right. I should be all right.
Looks perfectly chilled.
Oh, it is. I took it out not too long ago. So that way it was ready to go. And we've been drinking wine since Monday. And then I got kidnapped on Monday.
You got kidnapped. Oh, I had to go home.
They were like, "We gotta work too." You like,
I was
no,
like,
but I gotta
bye.
go work tonight. I'm like, oh, it's pretty.
Ooh.
Bless you. My baby gonna find a way to be involved in some kind of way. Hmm. It's interesting.
I was gonna say, does it taste good? What does it smell like?
I'm getting notes of green apple.
Mmm.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's crisp. It's not too dry because I got them tannins going on. Like, yeah, mouth's a little watery.
That will get you every time.
I like it. I notice I'm slowly becoming
You
a
said
white wine.
kidnapped as a grown up. Exactly. Because I was out of there. I was like, deuces, I'm out.
I mean, I was trying to get to my car, and then it was okay, get in the car. So then I got in the car. Yeah, no, I did. I got stole. That's it. That's a better way of saying it. I got stole because I was just trying to get a ride to my car so I didn't have to walk around the corner looking like, I was supposed to be making money on the streets. So
You wanted to get stolen because I offered you a ride to your car.
you did. And your car was far. Your car was
It
dang near
wasn't
where
that
we was
far.
going.
It was like a block and a half. Exactly,
Yeah.
Ken. She wanted to go. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, if I didn't go, then the birthday girl wouldn't have had a ride home anyway because her husband dipped on her. He was like, I'm out of there. So, yeah, it worked. I mean, we weren't there long because they were closing anyway. So they were trying to put us out. They were like, y'all got to buy a drink. You going to come in here? I said,
Because it was a
that's,
Monday.
yeah, they were laughing at me because I didn't buy a drink. I just went and sat down. Everybody else is still at the bar. Errol looking at me like, are you coming to get a drink? I was like, but I'm going to take pictures of everybody else's drink. So yeah, it was cool. We had a good time that night, so that's all that matters.
As long as the birthday girl was happy.
Oh, and she was, and we all paid for it the next day because by the time I got home, it was close to midnight. So then I still had to, get ready for bed. That process of getting ready takes time. So
Yes, it does.
yeah, I paid for it the next day. I said, "Oh my god, why did I do this to myself?" And then I dozed off when I got home yesterday. Like I'm in the middle, and then I realized that I messed myself up because I was supposed to post this morning on Instagram, but I didn't finish what I was supposed to be doing because I dozed off and then closed my MacBook. So yeah, that's
It's
what
all
I
right.
did.
You're almost done with the week.
Oh, thank God. I mean, I got some sleep last night though.
Good.
Let me tell you, I got some sleep. Was back up again at 5. at work at 6. Got the day over with. I got energy today. I think part of it is too, my old ass has been taking my multivitamins. So
Is that what it is?
I think so. I'm getting the vitamins that I need. I've got way more nutrients. But no, yeah, I'm excited. And I'm gonna get started with a quick rapid fire with you, but you can only give one word answers.
One word answers? Okay.
One word answers. You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
What's your dream car?
Hummer.
What's your current mood?
My current what?
Mood.
Happy?
What's your favorite word?
Damn.
Yep,
A lot.
there it is. What's your favorite social media platform?
TikTok.
What's your favorite dessert?
Cheesecake.
Morning or night?
Night.
What's your favorite music genre?
R&B.
What's your favorite hobby?
Traveling.
And
Or
last
hiking.
but not least, what's your favorite TV show?
It's an old show, but Scandal.
Okay, okay. That's a good one. And I only watched that once, so maybe I should make that my next go
I
around of
think I think I've watched the entire series like twice, and
well,
I'm ready to watch it a third time.
you're doing better than me with Insecure, because Insecure only went off the air a little long ago, and I've seen it at least 6 times now.
I've never seen that. I know. That's everybody's reaction when I tell them that.
None?
None.
Oh, you don't feel left out in the Black community?
I don't know if any of my friends have seen it because I haven't heard anybody really talk about it. But my niece was appalled when I told her I haven't seen it because she went to high school with Issa Rae.
Mm.
So she was like, how dare you?
No, I love it. Me and Jadon would be sitting there texting while we're watching it. It was one episode. I said, "Girl, I'm in here crying real tears." Like, yeah, I think I was a little too emotionally attached to some of those characters, but I like that she went off the air. Kennedy said, "You've not seen it." Shut up, girl.
I'm slipping. But that's how my friends and I were with Scandal. We used to have Scandal parties.
See, I didn't have any insecure parties, but I did have a group of friends where we would text. And
Mm.
the first season, it was just like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Oh my gosh. So then when season 2 came around, we would text and have our wine and send pictures of our wine while we were watching it. So, and then as it progressed, I'm just like, oh, don't talk to me on Sundays from this time to this time because I'm watching Insecure. Don't bother me. So I'm sad. Now I feel like I need to go watch it again.
Well, how about this? You go watch Scandal and I'll go watch Insecure.
Boom. Sounds like a plan. Because then you're going to be texting me, girl. I'm like, I told you. Yeah. That show's crazy. Well, as we talked about, we're going to do a
Euphoria.
little Am I the Asshole? Because, sometimes I just need these shows to be a little more lighthearted because I just don't always want to be crying. I'm going to say that for sure. Mm. Just the title, because I can't see any of the writing without clicking on the link. But this one says, "Am I the asshole for telling my husband that if he doesn't end his friendship, then I will file for a divorce?" Okay. She said, "I will try to make this short. I'm on postpartum leave. Hey, Megs. We have a 2-month-old son. We live right next door to my husband's best friend. We moved in here a bit over a month ago. Since moving in, this dude is calling my husband multiple times a day to go off somewhere with him. Store, another buddy's house, downstairs to smoke. have a fire, etc. That's hilarious. It's caused so many effing fights already, and I'm over it. I have literally brought it up at least 25 times, and I told him not even a week ago that I'm moving, whether he comes with me or not, because I didn't sign up to play third wheel to a grown man who also has a wife and a baby at home. Oh, okay. My husband apologized per usual and actively didn't get better about it. Like he stopped leaving with him and only hung out with him once a day for maybe a half an hour. And I appreciated that. And it's been all good. But on the issue, he has called off work for the past 2 days because I have COVID and I need help taking care of the baby because I'm literally walking crap right now. I'm in so much body pain, yada, yada, yada. So he literally called off work telling his boss I had COVID and needed to help me. And then he took off with his buddy not even an hour and a half later. Ooh, and has been gone since. They were supposedly only going to the store 45 minutes away. It's been 5 hours. When I texted him about it, the only thing he said was, I know, babe, I'm sorry. So I texted him back and said, the fuck you are. Stay at your buddy's house tonight. He obviously needs you to hold it for him. He says I'm an asshole because I expected him to be home already, but he's taking his sweet ass time. It is his vehicle. I'm kind of on his schedule. So I text back asking where they were, and he told me that he stopped off at one of the guys' houses, and apparently he's drinking. Not her husband, but the guy. I told him that he either ends the friendship or I file for divorce because this has been an ongoing, consistent issue. Well, you only been living there for that long, so it can't be a ongoing issue. Okay, let me keep reading before I start making rash decisions. Consistent issue, and I'm no longer willing to deal with it. Now he's calling me manipulative and controlling, saying I'm making him choose between me and his son or having any sort of social life because he says I flip out every time he tries to do anything. He hasn't partied in 4 years prior to this. Am I the asshole?
That's a tough one. Um, First of all, I need her husband to grow some balls. Let's start there. Because you can tell your friend no a couple times. You don't have to go with them every single day. But you have a kid, you have responsibilities. Obviously, she's sick. She needed you to step up and be there. And here you are running off. Like, that's an issue. Do
Right.
I think divorce, it should end a divorce? I think that's a bit extreme.
Hmm.
Like, it just went so far left.
So
But
fast.
they definitely need some sort of therapy or counseling or something.
Part of the problem is too, she said it, she's postpartum. So
Yeah.
her emotions are completely way out of whack. So she's just making a rash decision on that part. However, if he did call off because she had COVID, you can't just be dipping on her when you're supposed to be
Because that
taking
means
care of the
he's
baby.
exposed too. Now you're going around exposing other people.
So that part he is the asshole on. Like, yo, you got a whole baby that is now being exposed to COVID. And
And
you don't know
whatever
what.
else he's catching out there, being hanging out with friends. Like,
Exactly. So that part, yes. But if he ain't been going out in 4 years and now he's finally got his buddy close enough to him, yeah, he's excited. I'm not making excuses for him, but it'd be like if you moved across the street from me. Of course, I would be like, "Oh, what you doing?" I got some wine. Eventually, the novelty will wear off,
right.
where it won't happen so often. She's got to let him get it out of his system a little bit to where it's like, okay, he's calmed down, but it's exciting to him. He's like, man, my buddy right here.
Yep. It's like he's in college again.
Exactly. So I don't know. That was my rational side thinking. But when it comes to him leaving her with the baby while she got COVID, yeah, he is a bit asshole. But I don't think he's a complete asshole.
I mean, he was wrong for that, but I don't think that divorce is a solution in
Not at
that.
all.
That's
Not
just like
it.
running away from your problems.
Seriously. And everybody always wants to talk about the male ego. Man, we got some egos on ourselves too. Like, girl, get your life together. Go talk to your therapist. Get you a peer group of mommies that you can.
That was one of my thoughts. I was like, where are her friends? Like, she's feeling some type of way because she probably doesn't have anybody to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like she needs friends too outside of just her, her husband, and her kid.
And that's the thing. Just from my experience, once I became a mom, I didn't hang out with anybody for a while because it was just like, oh, I gotta devote my life to these kids. Man, forget them kids.
Ooh, I would pack up the kid and bring him with me.
You sound like my friend. She was like, I have a baby. That baby gonna need a passport and a suitcase
No,
immediately.
seriously. Like, legit. Like,
And
if
I'm
I
just,
have a kid
yeah.
tomorrow, ASAP, like, when can we get this passport? Because
You
I
gonna
have
be
places to go.
filing before the baby even born. Fresh out the womb, picture, snap, passport immediately.
Exactly.
That's hilarious. No, I don't think he's the asshole, but I do think they need better communication. And she has to learn to get herself together so she's not acting emotionally.
Right. I mean,
'Cause-
I don't feel like she's wrong either for feeling how she feels,
Mhm.
but I do feel like her reaction was a bit extreme.
Yeah. No, seriously. Breweries are great because you can take your kid with you.
There's one right down there in the arts district. I saw a lady there with a stroller. I was like, y'all let kids in here?
That's
I
the
was like,
same
that's
thing
good
I
to know.
said. I because my friends, Drea, sometimes they'll go out on a Friday and they'll be like, "Oh, hey, girl," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I got Amari, so I don't know." They'd be like, "Oh, he can come." Now, some places where they'll say, and I'm like, "I'm not taking him there." That's where I draw the line. I'm sorry, I'm not taking him there. But we went to the brewery once. He had a good old time.
The one in the arts district is cool because they have little outdoor games and everything.
Well, you know what? And it's so funny because I got another mom friend. She and I. This is when COVID was still kind of going, and we were in the house.
Mm.
And she was like, "You want to meet up and have a drink?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it." It was me, her, Kennedy, and the boys. The boys was out there playing cornhole and doing all kinds of stuff. We sitting there. They even had non-alcoholic beverages. We got some
Oh,
food.
there you
We had a
go.
good time. Yeah, there are other problems. She ain't got no friends, probably.
Well, also, in addition to that, I'm like, there might be some like trust issues.
Maybe.
Because if she
And
said he hasn't gone out in 4 years, there's a reason why he hasn't gone out in 4 years.
yeah.
Is she guilt tripping him into staying at home? Like,
Hmm.
did he cheat in the past? Like, I agree. There's definitely something deeper going on.
Yeah. I know. Who
The
did I
proud
send?
bird.
I think I just sent you
Ooh.
that where I was saying, "Oh, we need to go here too." And I heard they do brunch. So
They have a lot of options in there. They have blood cells in there.
really, I had them for the
Mm-hmm.
first time at the South Bay Beer and Wine Festival. Oh
Mm,
my gosh. I said, "Where
nice.
are y'all at?" And that's when they told me.
They have one in the proud bird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gotta go. We need to set a date. We got a list of places. I need to just create a shared note so we can just start checking them off one by
Yes,
one.
exactly.
Cause no, we got too many places. Ooh, go sit down, Stink. Okay, let's see what this. It says, "Am I the asshole for breaking up my dad's friendship of 14 years with one of his best friends?"
Ooh, what happened
Here's a
here?
backstory. My dad, 46 male, and his best friend, we'll call him Chris, 32 male, have been friends for 14 years and some change. They met at work. Chris is a cop and got close ever since. Mind you, this friend has been in my life since I was about 6 or 7 years old. I'm now 20. Chris goes to every single family party. I know where this is going. every single family party event, so I'm always seeing him. While under the age of 18, there was no interaction between him and I. A simple hi, bye, maybe an occasional hug, but never really held a conversation. I told you I knew where this one was
Soon
going.
as you hit 18.
As soon as I turned 18, I was in a relationship already for a little over a year. Chris had decided to follow me on Instagram. See, Instagram is the damn devil.
That's why
Saw
they have a
nothing
block
weird of
feature.
it. Girl, saw nothing weird of it. I follow most of my mom's friends on social media, so I didn't really see an issue with following Chris as he's been in my life for so many years and I felt comfortable with him. Over time, he would like my stories that I would post of myself. Again, I still didn't really see anything of it. She did. That's why she keeps trying to defend it. I would tell my mom, and she would say to brush it off because Chris is known to be a weird guy, whatever that meant. But that's when the comments started to come into play. He would slide up with hard eyes or make small comments about how beautiful I look and that any guy would be so lucky to have me. All I would really say is thank you or just like his message. I didn't really know how to take the compliments, nor did I want to engage in any further. A year later, when I turned 19, the comments became more and more disturbing. He would tell me to sit on his face, that he wanted to put kids in me. He wanted a family with me,
No way.
trying to convince me to get into a relationship with him and that my dad would learn to adjust to it. Oh, wow. When I'd ignore him or leave him on red, he'd send me constant sad emoji and ask why I hated him. If he was too ugly for me, what he did wrong, why I didn't want to be with him. I was too afraid to tell my parents because the last thing I wanted was them thinking that I was insinuating this type of relationship or ruining my dad and his friendship. This went on for 2 years until my 20th birthday this year in May. He made a comment about how he was my birthday gift. Oh, wow. And he wanted me to go see him at his home. That was my breaking point, and I decided to tell my mom. At first, she just kept saying how Chris has always been a weird guy and ignore him until I told her all the explicit comments he was making. She got so upset and told my dad right away. My dad was absolutely livid. He confronted Chris over the phone, where Chris told my dad, quote unquote, I know it was wrong of me. That's why I never spent the night at your place, or else I knew I'd be tempted to do something. Oh, hell no. This went the opposite way of what I thought it was going down. Wow.
Oh my god. Gotta go.
Oh,
Sorry.
that my dad told Chris that he had thrown 14 years of friendship down the drain and had blocked him on everything, as did my mom and all of her friends. My dad
Uh,
also told all of his coworkers, who then blocked Chris as well. I can't help but feel so guilty. My dad that assured me and was so hurt that he didn't feel comfortable enough to tell him sooner. But I could also tell he was hurt for losing a someone he considered like his little brother. Even though this happened 2 months ago, I still feel like complete shit and wonder if I would have never told anyone, would they still be friends? And I would just deal with Chris's vulgar comments. Huh. No, she's not.
absolutely not.
I am
He's the asshole.
flabbergasted. Yes. I am flabbergasted by that one because I wasn't I in my head I was like, yeah, they was just flirting. I didn't know he was just harassing her.
That's full on harassment.
Oh my
But
gosh.
here's the crazy part. Imagine how many young girls, young women, even older women who go through this and never say anything.
Because
This
they
got
know no one's gonna
so
believe.
bad where she had to say something.
Hmm.
She dealt with this for 2 straight years.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That is insane. I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I get creepy comments in my DM and I'm sending them to him. I screenshot it and be like, oh my gosh, this is weird.
I just
I,
got a creepy comment yesterday. That was very disturbing.
I don't do well with it. For one, I'm not comfortable with being hit on. That makes me like so uncomfortable. Two, I don't know you. Why are you messaging me? And it genuinely generally happens on my wine page
Mm,
because my other page is private.
yes.
So I'll get requests, but then I would delete them. And Kennedy was like, no, don't delete them just leave them
I
there.
keep
Then
all the evidence.
yeah, I said okay, but it's weird because I'm like, you don't know me. Why are you trying to connect with me? I don't know you.
Right.
What do you want to be friends with me for? No, no, that's too much. I wasn't expecting that, and that's almost as weird as that Marcus Houston crap. Because he's still defending that. He's like, well, we didn't do anything until she was 18. I didn't even look at her like that.
Isn't there like a preacher who had the same situation?
Yes.
Like, there were rumors that they were dating when she was 15, and as soon as she turned 18, it's like, boom, they're married. And
That's
everybody's like,
yeah,
he
man.
claimed the exact same thing.
Well, I feel like Woody Harrelson's situation is worse. You went and adopted that little girl and groomed her to be your wife.
That's crazy.
Crazy is an understatement, Amari. I don't know what he's doing, to be completely honest.
Oh, dang. Creepy. Okay, were the comments on social media?
This is on Reddit. So,
No, no, no. Ken said, my roommates and I have gotten creepy comments from neighbors. Were they like in person or on like social media?
oh, that's a good point.
I'm curious. Because if that was in person, that's real creepy.
No.
I had a creepy neighbor too. I lived in Florida. In person, oh man. I had the same situation. And I lived alone in Florida, in Tampa, Florida. And my neighbor that lived across the street, and him and his boys or cousins or whatever, they would hang outside. It was a townhouse. So they would hang out in the front of their house all day, every day. Like, the only time I didn't see them was when I was leaving for class at 8:30 in the morning. But every time I came home, they were there sitting there just watching. And
That's
he
crazy.
tried to get at me, and I'm like, okay, this is so awkward. Thank God I had a garage because I would just pull into my garage, close the garage door so no one could see me after.
But then it's like, but now you don't know what they doing.
Right. You don't know how often they watch you. Like, are they staring at your house all day, every day? At least you have a roommate. I'm glad you have a roommate because I was by myself and that was not fun. I had no family out there.
Somebody on Reddit comment and said, like they put in quotation mark, or else I'd be tempted to do something. And then right under they said, that sounds a bit rapey. You definitely did the right thing.
Very rapey.
But you know what? They say cops have a history to be kind of perverted and
Listen,
creepy.
that's what makes it so much worse though, because he has the
Mhm.
power to cover stuff up.
Exactly.
Like, the only thing that saved her was the fact that he was sending her these messages on social media and not saying them in person. If you
Exactly.
do it in person, it's more of like a he said, she said thing.
But this is, man.
I, oh,
Sorry, I think you're leaving. Thank you.
The cleaning people.
mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, everybody is on here supporting her. They're like, not the asshole. He's a cop. I report him for the rape comment. They're like, why aren't you reporting him?
Oh, look at Meg's comment. What? Okay, no. That's now see that's scary.
Uh-huh.
Cause they have all the control
They
in the world.
do. Girl, the way I would be so unhinged after that, like, that's crazy. Oh, I remember that she did have a
Not
creepy
a
comment.
creepy coworker.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you should have been. I'd have been scared the whole time. I'd have got in there and been like, this man was in here trying to do this to me. He was saying he was going to do this and check the tapes. And then if the tapes were off, then I'd be like, see, why'd he turn the cameras off? And da da da. Oh, I would have went on a whole tangent. Mm-mm.
Damn. Okay, yeah, the cop one is scary because they have the power to do so much damage, and
Exactly.
it's your word against theirs. And unfortunately, in court, a lot of times they take their word as fact.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, and that coworker one, oh my gosh, I probably would quit. I would have to just find another job and move on. Now, see,
Yeah.
how long ago did the coworker one happen? Because I feel like if that happened to me in my 20s, I probably would just find another job. If that happened to me now, I'm going straight to HR. Like, because
It was
times have
just last
changed
year.
now.
It,
Last year?
yeah.
Damn, people still do this after the Me Too movement? That's
Creepy
crazy.
people are just going to be creepy. I think that's just what it really boils down to. They don't have no shame.
You would think after the Me Too movement, some people would chill, especially at work.
Exactly.
A couple months. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, this is a good
I
one.
don't
I
blame
haven't
you.
read it, but I like the title got me.
What's the title?
The Am I the asshole for ending my friendship with a guy because he was okay with his friends cheating?
Hmm. She said she ended her friendship with the guy or relationship.
The friendship.
Friendship.
Okay, so it says I, 19 female, was hanging out with my friend Toby, 20, male at his house. He also had two other people over, both 20. Um, I knew one of them had a girlfriend, and no, I'm not friends with her, but but I see her every now and then. A couple hours in, Jason calls a girl who is clearly not his girlfriend. The convo is flirty, and they're talking about her coming over. Once he hangs up, I ask him if he broke up with the girl, and he sheepishly says no. And both he and David laugh. David then says they're both young, and now's the time for him to be degenerate dogs, and it's all a part of the growing process. Apparently, he has a girlfriend that he's cheated on too, and she's friends with Jason's girlfriend. Lord help me. So I casually leave the room and get my other friend to text me the girl's number. Now, see, now you being messy a little bit. I tell her everything that was said, and it turns out that she's with David's girlfriend at that exact moment. While we're texting back and forth, the girl Jason called shows up at the house with her friend. They all start smoking and are cuddled up, David with the friend and Jason with the other girl. When I tell her this, she asks me to FaceTime her and show her David and Jason with the girls. So I say yes and walk into the living room with my phone on them. Then it's chaos because she starts yelling at Jason through my phone, and David pulls me aside to say it wasn't my place to do anything. I don't think I'm an asshole for telling on them, but after all this went down, Toby got upset with me because David and Jason were mad at him for inviting me over that day. He kept joking that he thought I was just one of the boys. So I responded by saying that it had nothing to do with being one of the boys. He's just a shitty person with no morals. And if he's okay with his friends cheating, then it's just as bad as him doing it himself. It's also hypocritical because he was crying to me not even a month ago about how his exes cheated on him. Not responding to his cause texts, not even reading them. Our friend group is saying that I'm mad at him for no reason since he wasn't the one cheating, but it disgusts me that he's sitting around with Jason and David while they were there. Am I being too harsh?
I mean, we've all heard the phrase birds of a feather. So, I mean, I kind of get it. She probably doesn't. Because here's the thing. And I have one of my close friends, her brother cheated on all his girlfriends. And it's like, people don't realize that when you cheat openly like that, you put your people in a very awkward predicament.
Yeah.
So it's like my friend was caught having to lie for her brother. And I
Mm,
see how that affects her mentally now in her relationships with men. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, this friend is now putting her in a position where she has to hold on to this secret. You don't know how it's affecting her mentally and emotionally. So it's like, if she doesn't want to be friends with him because of that, it's like, I kind of get it.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't have FaceTime the girl to show her
Yeah,
everything
like
that's
that's a little too
happening. I think that
much.
was a bit much. It's like, look, just if you don't want to fuck with them, then don't fuck with them. Like, just move on.
Yeah. That's my thing. Okay, so I would that's the part where she's at. I've never been the person where I want to be the one to hurt, be the one to hurt somebody else. Now, if they find out something and they ask me if I knew, then it's one of those where it's like, fuck, do I, now I have to be honest. But
Right.
I'm not going to be the one to just go inflict pain because I don't want nobody to do that, to me. Let me find out that way because I don't know how I'm going to react. I don't. And I don't want to react the wrong way. You know that saying, don't shoot the messenger. Well, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
messenger gets shot because
Messenger always gets shot.
yeah. So it's like, I don't want to be the messenger. I don't want the messenger coming to me. So I put myself in that situation. But if it was a situation where it was like, okay, where now you suspect that I may know something, it's like, damn, now I'm taking that risk of losing my friendship, or whatever it is, because yes, I did know. I didn't say anything. But in
Mm-hmm.
my defense, if you know me as well as you say you do know me, then I'm not going to be the one to just be like, I ain't one of the boys. No.
Listen, I if I don't have the person's number, I'm probably not gonna go out of my way to get the person's number. But if we happen to run into each other,
And she
and it just
definitely
happens
went
to
on her
come up,
way.
I mean,
See, and that's where you have to know your
I,
people
right
because there
now,
are some people.
I know some people where they've told and then they get in trouble.
Hmm.
Um, but for me, I don't care. If you're cheating and I tell, and then both of y'all stop being friends with me, then y'all weren't friends to begin with.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. Like, don't expect me to lie for you.
But I do think that a lot of it does have to do with, your values. Like, are your values aligned? And a lot of the times, sometimes your friends don't have the same values as you. But then I kind of got a little more open minded listening to an interview that Lala did. And people kept saying, how are you friends with Kim Kardashian? She's a hoe. She said, I don't know that she's a hoe. You don't know that she's a hoe. You don't know what she's really been doing. All you know is what you're hearing, in the media. She said, but all I know is that she treats me right. She's loyal to me, so that's all I care about. So it was like hearing that brought a different perspective to, certain things with me. You can go out there and sleep with 5 men. What's that got to do with me? That has nothing to do. Your vagina is not gonna have any effect on my life,
Right.
until you tell me, oh, well, this happened, that happened, and now it's like, well, dang, okay, how do I support you in that? But
And for me, I never understand cheating because I'm like, look, if you want to sow your royal oats, go ahead and do that, but do it single. Like, why even be in a relationship in the first place?
I don't even,
Especially because it sounds like they're young. What's she say? They're like 20. I'm
exactly,
like, you don't have to be in a relationship. Like,
not
just
at
be
all.
single and just go do you.
No, never, never, never. Go date, have fun, enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
If I could do it all over again, trust me.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with Ken. I would hate for everyone to know and not tell me. Yeah, because then I would feel betrayed. I'd
Yeah,
probably be done with everybody if I found out that everyone knew and didn't say anything to me.
yeah. I was just like, oh, yeah. That's a mixed signal. I mean, a tricky one right there because there
Yeah.
are. It's like there, you guys, and then there are people like me. It's like I just, I'd rather fly through life a little aimless and not know what the fuck until, now if that shit pop up in my face because now the girl's being messy, okay, now we got a problem because you picked a dumb hoe that don't know how to keep her fucking mouth shut and now think about to embarrass me. Now I'm about to embarrass everybody because guess what? she tried me.
Everybody's
So
about to get it.
those are the repercussions. So go ahead, do what you think you want to do because now everybody's gonna feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when, you know, it could. But other than that, I'm like, no, I'd rather some shit. Like I said, I'd rather just come out. Hopefully, it's not as messy as where I got to embarrass the whole world. But
I
I
don't
don't
know, with
want.
all these camera phones now, you never know.
And that's the thing. Like, if it gets messy enough to where it's just like, oh, now it's popping up on social media where, you think you tucked away in a corner somewhere and somebody, and I'm zooming in like, okay, that's what we doing in life, huh? But no, I'm going out your way to get this girl's number and FaceTiming them and do it. That's a bit much. You could have just sent
Yeah.
a picture if that was the
Right.
case. That's ooh, yeah. You want to do more? You want to?
Let's do another one.
mm, yeah. I feel like too much of this is going on right now. It's the am I the asshole for choosing an ending of for choosing to end a friendship and never explaining why.
Depends.
Exactly. She said I blinked and she was married and pregnant. So I showed up, helped her with baby showers, her sister's funeral, and her second baby. She then decided her and her hubs were going to move down south and she asked me to help, which of course I said yes to. It was a 14-hour drive. I took off work for a week and drove with her and her 1 year old in one car and her husband in the other. Took us 4 days to make a 14-hour drive. The entire drive, she was yelling and screaming at me about how to take care of her kid. I worked at a daycare for a long time and have a lot of babysitting experience. So I know what I'm doing in terms of childcare, especially dealing with parents. But they were awful to me. I realized that I was the only one bathing their kid, changing and feeding him. Not a single thank you. They got into an argument because I went for a walk in the morning and didn't change their. Mm. So after I returned, he locked me out of the apartment with
Exactly.
their son in over 100-degree weather. I packed, got an Uber, and left gracefully. Said I was homesick, taking an earlier flight, never talked to her again, and she's mad about it. No, not the asshole.
That's a lot. She sounds like she's one of those first time moms that just goes all extra hard. Everything has to be just so, and one day she'll realize it's not that serious.
No, no. Your friend sounds like she lost her mind, and sometimes relationships run their course, and it's sad to say, and it's sad to have to deal with, but that's just what it is. So I feel like after that, I don't know if I would want to talk either, or just, it would take me some time.
Yeah.
I'm not, yeah, I don't
Because
know if I would.
it took them 4 days to get there. And it sounds like she was arguing with her every day.
Mm-hmm.
I see, I'm not about to argue with you. I'd be like, all right, then you do it. It's
Right.
your
It's your
kid.
kid
You do
anyway.
it. You don't like the way I'm doing it? I don't have to do it. It's that simple.
That's crazy. No, she's not the asshole because there's no way I would put myself in this position. That's why I'm very apprehensive about certain things when people ask of me. I'm like, I like our friendship, so I don't know if that is the smartest move for me to make.
I mean, some people like things a certain way. And she obviously likes things done a certain way. But I'm like, look, if you like it done a certain way, then you do it.
It's, I'm just saying,
Do it yourself.
it's like me. I don't like my foods touching, so I'm gonna make my own plate when I eat dinner because I want it in a certain way. And not everybody knows that about me. So then they're gonna be like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? You're not eating." Yeah, my food is touching, and I know it's an irrational thing, but it's my irrational thing. So instead of me going crazy on people,
I kind of have that a little bit. I don't want my sweet food touching my salty food.
see, We all got something. I mean, even with me in parties, I've gotten better over the years. But I was so like anal about certain things. Then no, Ken, you're right. Some people do not deserve an explanation. You know what you did,
And I don't think it's about you know what you did because you may not. She might not know.
that
She
is
might
true.
genuinely be confused. But yeah, sometimes you just have to break away for your own peace and your own sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day she could circle back and explain to her why she stopped communication,
Right.
but it's probably too soon for her right now. Cause that I feel like she's kind of undermining the situation. It sounds like it got very extreme and very hostile.
Mm-hmm. You
Like
locked me
it
out
probably
your
was very
house.
stressful.
Yeah. In 100-degree weather. Yeah, we
For
got
4 days. Keep in mind, it took them 4 days to get
yeah,
there.
to take a
So
16-hour
4 days she
drive.
had to endure that. Kind of feel bad for the husband. Could you imagine what he's going through?
Seriously.
I'm like, ooh, man,
Damn. That poor baby is gonna be a mess too.
yeah,
That's a doggone shame. No, I think that the friend is the asshole.
yeah. And the sad part is the friend doesn't even realize it.
Exactly.
Because the friend probably doesn't think that she did anything wrong. So she probably genuinely has no clue.
Yeah, somebody said if she can't figure out why you cut her off, she probably isn't gonna listen to you.
She may listen. No, I think she will listen because she wants to know. That doesn't mean she'll agree.
Right. And that's
Because in her mind, her way is the right way.
mm-hmm. And that's why I tell people all the time, I respect people that will, especially if I come to you. If somebody did something, and sometimes people don't know they did certain things unless you
Hmm.
say something. So it's like if I come to you and I say, hey, when we went and did this on this day, you did this and I felt the way. I might be reading into it X, Y, and Z. But if you sit here and you just stop talking to me because you don't like that I brought something to your attention, then that's a big fuck you. We were never friends.
Yeah,
So yeah. People are weird, man.
they really are.
They are weird. Yeah, no. I don't know if I would say she deserves an explanation, but at some point when she feels calmer, I think she should, let her know.
Right.
And then they can decide where their relationship is.
Because I really think that this girl probably has no clue.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think she has any clue. Because in her eyes, she probably did nothing wrong. Matter of fact, she probably doesn't even realize that what she did even bothered the girl.
yeah. I mean, and if she was postpartum, like I said, not making an excuse, but if she's
Right. Because
postpartum,
the baby was like a month, right?
yeah,
That could explain the crazy.
that could explain the crazy. But it's still one of those where it's like, okay. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting one.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
but I thank you for joining me tonight.
You're welcome.
I know you need to get out of there because it's getting late.
It is. I'll be all right.
Is your car close enough?
It's downstairs in
Okay.
the parking garage.
Okay. So you said
Everything's closed up in this side of town.
I'm like, Lord,
We have security 24/7, all that.
you're like, I'm safe. I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. hmm Okay. But thank you. I'm glad we did this.
Yes, me too.
I said I had to make this one a fun one for us because you were supposed to be on the other one a few
Oh,
weeks
yeah, I was
ago, but
gone.
you were at the country celebrating your birthday.
It wasn't even for my birthday. It was just a family trip.
That kind of tied into your birthday.
No, my birthday was after we got back.
I know, but It was still your birthday. Hey, I celebrate the whole month. So if you was gone during that time, it's your birthday. People get sick
My
of.
mom told me that. She was like, "You celebrate your birthday the whole month." I was like, "No, I don't.
Oh, I do.
I do like 1 or 2 weeks."
1 or 2 weeks.
Because my birthday's at the beginning of the month. So by the time I get to the end of the month, it's like so far removed from it.
Now I do the whole month, and then I
Like,
celebrate my
it
half.
doesn't even feel like July to me. Like, I feel like we're in August right now.
It just feels like this year is flying.
I'm like, how are we halfway through? What happened? Where's time going?
And July just started. It like
Mm,
literally just started.
it's over now.
Oh my
We
God.
literally have 1 week left.
I tell people all the time, once the kids go back to school, it's a wrap. It's pretty much Christmas.
Yeah.
Might as well just.
Oh, you know Costco has Halloween stuff? Like, before 4th of July, I was like, no Halloween, no fall. I don't want to see your pumpkin spice till after my birthday. I was like, absolutely not. It's still margarita season.
Man, that would be so good right now. But it's no sun, so
I mean, it's still warm outside, I think.
it is.
Something like that. It might be. I don't know. What is it? 74 degrees. Yes, it's still warm
It's
outside.
still warm outside. We could still, have a. But I'm gonna enjoy my Sauvignon Blanc and pretend
See, you got your summer wine.
I have my summer wine. But I ain't leaving the house again. I'm about to
Okay,
wash the.
random question.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of the meat festival in Napa?
The meat fest. My brain
Yes.
went somewhere else. No, I have not.
It keeps popping up on like TikTok and Instagram, and it's like a whole
Hilarious.
thing where all these chefs come together. No, it's not time to put up the Christmas tree. Stop it.
No, this child is.
It's too hot for a Christmas tree.
That's hilarious. Now I'm over here looking up. Wow, I ain't even finished typing. It just popped up. That is amazing.
It's a whole little experience.
Now we do need to get out there. Have you gone to Utville before?
Nope.
So it's right outside of Napa. Beautiful. And right after Thanksgiving, I think it starts the day after Thanksgiving, they have this festival of lights. The most beautiful. It's like a Hallmark Lifetime Christmas movie.
Ew.
It is gorgeous. They have horse-drawn carriages. There's lights all over the place. It is just the most beautiful scene ever
And where's this?
in Utville.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
you can hop on the train there and do the wine train in the Napa, go to all the wineries.
Nice.
I keep saying we got to go, but I just don't want to. I want to experience that with people. I don't want to do that one by myself because that feels selfish. Like I'm going to come
I'm
back.
down.
Yeah. But I got to go check out this. It's called Meat Carnival. It's everything
Meat carnival.
you
That's what
do
it is.
in a restaurant.
It's outside.
This is amazing. Damn. The ticket is $195. I'm eating all day. I'm gonna gain at least 10 pounds for $195. Jesus.
It looks like such a good experience, though.
No, seriously.
I think August is sold out, but they have tickets in like September and October.
They do. They've got a lot of tickets in October. It's sold out Saturday the 14th of September, which is my wine anniversary.
When's your wine anniversary?
September 14th.
Yeah. So we have to go celebrate.
Oh no, I'm celebrating. But I got an Uber because I'm drinking.
October might be a better month because it gets real hot up there.
I love it. Oh, this is so cute. It looks like it's like in a little barn.
It's all outside. It's like a whole little outdoor thing.
Oh, it's Mediterranean cuisine. Cooked
It
over
looks so
live
good.
fire.
Like the steak is like perfect.
Oh man. I've never heard of this one.
It keeps popping up on my ads. You know how like Instagram knows like, hey, I think you'll like this. And I'm like, yes, yes, I do. How do you know
But
me so well?
yeah, but it's like, why are you so creepy at the same time?
It's like they just know you so well. I'm just like, you need to stop it because you got me outside all the time now.
I have never gone out as much as I have lately. And now I'm just like, dang, I need to sit my butt down somewhere.
Because there's so much to do in so little time. You see, we're already more than halfway done with the year.
Oh, God. I know. That's crazy. It's cool, but it's crazy. I want to go to Bottle Rock too.
To what? What's
Bottle
that?
Rock. It's in Napa's outdoor festival concert
Oh,
with
when is
wine,
this?
of course.
May. Oh, it's a May thing. Okay, so next year? Do I need to add this to the calendar?
Oh, for sure. I said, oh man. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing a Catalina wine mixer next year too.
What about the LA? It's
Well,
always the same weekend.
we're thinking of doing
They
one.
need to move Catalina Wine Mixer back to September.
That's what she said.
I'm like, what? First of all, Long Beach. Actually, no. They need to move both of them because I don't like the fact that June is gloomy and
But
want want.
it whenever they do it though, it's always like super sunny.
So before COVID, but see, Catalina, all right, so before COVID, Catalina was a second weekend in September, which I
Mm-hmm.
think is perfect because it's nice and warm in September. We always get those heat waves. So that's perfect to be right on the water in Catalina. You go, you stay the whole weekend. I had a blast. I went in 2019. Ever since COVID, when they brought it back, they've been doing it the first weekend in June. And I'm like, okay, we got the wine fest, my niece and nephew's birthday. So it's like I
Oh,
always
yeah.
have stuff going on that weekend.
And you did a back to back this year,
Yeah.
girl. You better than me.
So I'm like, no, please move one of like, and then why do they have the LA Fest and the Catalina Wine Mixer in the same weekend?
Because they,
I'm like, at least move those two.
yeah, it's too much. It's too much, and I just
They
be
like changed the dates of everything, and now they're realizing that that wasn't a good idea. Because
no,
like I have cousins in Sacramento, and they used to do the California State Fair in like September, and for whatever reason they moved it to July. Well, it was 117 degrees in July.
nope.
So now they're talking about moving it back to September when it starts to cool off. And
Yeah,
I'm like, why would y'all move it in the first place?
because
Like, I don't understand.
they crazy.
Like, July stuff needs to happen like on the water. That's like
Seriously,
July, August, September. That's when all the beachy stuff needs to happen. June in LA is too cold for anything outside. May
I
and
was
June is just
surprised.
we have no sun.
No, I mean it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're
But
gonna.
that's why they shouldn't do it in June because I'm like, it's too much of a hit or miss. Like, let's
Mhm.
push it back when we're done with the clouds.
Yeah, but I will admit I've been busy. I've been outside, and
You have been outside.
I'm like, oh, people like, oh man. I'm like, I got content I ain't put out yet. I'm. It's just so bad. I said I have never
It's
been outside this much before in my life.
I can literally make TikToks for days with the content that I have on my phone. I'm just too lazy to create anything.
I need to. I have so much. Like I edited. I got a bunch that are already done. I just haven't posted. Then the post I was supposed to do today.
I need to find an app that'll do it for me. Like I'll pick the videos and like here you edit this for me because I don't have time for the editing. But I'm like, I've been to Fork and Film twice. I'm like, I could make some great videos off of that. Cause I filmed all the food, all the different food that they bring
Mhm.
out. I filmed literally everything.
I have, and
And
then I
I'm like,
have some that I overthink it, and I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do it. So then I said, I'm
oh
just going to
yeah.
take all these small videos that I have from the beginning of the year, and I'm just going to do one recap. People were like, oh, I didn't know you did that. I'm like, I did a lot of stuff this year. Just never saw the light of day.
Have a whole year of festivities.
Man, there's so many. I just said, oh my gosh. And I'm not complaining. I just never been outside this much.
Outside's fun.
Outside is a little too fun. It's too fun.
Do you ever go hiking?
I've gone a couple times, but I haven't gone in years.
Ah,
So I will die for sure. I caught myself working out a couple weeks ago. When I say I was sore for like 4 days, I
that's good.
I couldn't sit down. I was like at work. I said I'm just gonna stand. So my
Working those muscles.
girl, I overworked them things. I literally stood my whole shift. They were like, "You kind of ain't gonna sit down." No, if I
That's
sit down, I'm not
good.
getting back up because it was hurting. I was like, my butt was hurting, my thighs was hurting, my abs was
Oh
hurting.
man.
So that's when I discovered, okay, maybe I should do the wall Pilates, and that might be a little less
Oh,
strenuous.
that keeps popping up on my ass too.
Man, and that's what made me say, okay, because this one lady was like, yeah, I've been doing it for the last month and it's been really good with my joints.
Mm,
So I said, okay,
nice.
I need to do that because I don't have them same knees that I had back when I was young.
I'm just so lazy. I don't do well with like at home stuff. Like I'll do it for like 2 weeks and then I'll just fall off. I need to do like in person stuff.
Yeah. As long as I have an accountability partner and be like, see, look at you. I mean, but
Log
all it really
on
takes
now.
sometimes for somebody to call me fat one time, I'll be like, okay, yeah, it's time for me.
Uh,
That's all it takes is one time. Now I'll really get motivated
yes.
and be like, now who's fat? So yeah, but no, we got to get out more. Keep going out.
Yeah,
Keep going out.
definitely.
Oh man. But you get home.
Will do.
Thanks for joining me. This was a good time.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Of course, of course. We'll do it again. I'll do it in another group one because I mean, you know everybody anyway.
Yes.
So it's not like they're strangers. You know the whole crew.
Right.
Which I still gotta post stuff from that. I did a just the video for Kiana because I'm like, it's her birthday. She should have
Oh,
something on her own because it's her
yeah.
birthday. But I still got stuff I gotta post from that. It'll happen.
It's all right. Got to get your edit on.
Oh, yes. All right, girl. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Bye, everybody.